Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the Speed Test channel. It's been a little while, and today we've got another little treat for you. We are at another former long line site. This site is known as Chaneysville, I believe. And we're here on this beautiful day in March to do some maintenance on our WISP equipment. So this site has had the horns decommed a couple of years ago. Actually, we were in charge of decomming those horns due to structural capacity with the county 911 being on it already. So they wanted us to take them down. So we brought a crane in here and we brought them down. So I'll just show you on the map here real quick if I can. You can see Chaneysville there beside our blue dot, right in the middle of Buchanan State Forest. We're just north of Flintstone, just south of Bedford. Former longline site known as Chaneysville. So I figured I'd give you guys a little tour. Maybe we'll start with the inside of the bunker here, or shelter rather, because I don't believe this is a bunker, but the county, Bedford County, purchased this some time ago for its 911 use. All concrete, obviously. It's in somewhat of a dilapidated state. We co-locate inside of it for our WISP. You can see, the roof leaks. The roofs need replaced a long time ago. Anyway, show you the outside here. Big exhaust fans, pieces of the roof hanging, and county's power meter, our power meter. The generator would have formerly sat in behind this bump out here. You can see the exhaust fan and exhaust here, and the maintenance door for the generator. And then we've got propane tanks and the county generator, which we share, and some old feed lines. And look here, we even got an old outhouse back here. Yeah, look at that. Do tell, the old outhouse and urinal. Not in the best shape. Looks like somebody had the ambition to run a light out to it at one point. Anyway, for whatever it's worth. All concrete. Looks like it may be a little newer than the rest of it. Nonetheless, there's the ice bridge, and it is an old four-legged tower. Lots of junk laying around. It's not necessarily in best upkeep. Show you from underneath. Got platform part way up. This is not a very high one, for those of you that are wondering. It's only about, I believe, 80 feet to the platforms and 90 feet to the platform where the horns were attached. And I think with the horns sticking up, it was around 110 feet. I believe these are old county backhauls that are no longer used. There's also some ham radio and some I guess I say public safety, more like it's Bedford County Amateur Radio Society. They do assist with public safety. We backhaul their connection for them. We got the old West Penn Power Tower here, and we've got the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's tower. Game Commission has a little tower around the corner. Let's take a look on the inside. See if I can figure out how to turn on my flashlight, because there is really very poor lighting. Man, my flashlight battery's about dead. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if I can zoom out just a touch. There we go. Fairly empty in here. Some abandoned county equipment, I believe. Big 6-foot dishes. Oh, this is actually old phone. So there was copper here. And that was about it. No fiber fiber, obviously. We're backhauling here ourselves. Just a big empty room at this point. I was gonna show you some places you can see where the old threads are, bolts and stuff, where they had equipment bolted to the floors, old ventilation. County has quite a bit of junk in here. This little room is where our equipment is at. We have Aviat backhaul gear here. We have a typical ring with two dishes, one coming in with a 10 gig circuit on the one side, we have a 1 gig circuit on the other side. I think we have a 4-foot backhaul that's 21 miles and a 3-foot backhaul that's 13 miles. Obviously we've got some usage, but close to the 1.4 by 1.4. So for being in the middle of nowhere, pretty decent backhaul. So we just have a little cabinet here, some batteries. We have an automatic transfer switch here. If we have our own power, but if power goes out, the automatic transfer switch fills us over to the county's generator. This would be County 911. All of their equipment, some batteries. This, I believe, is the Amateur Radio Club's equipment, Bedford County Amateur Radio Society, that I talked about. We provide them backhaul, and just basically, county built this little room inside here, repurposed it for their 911 communications. And come over here. This is the old generator room. So we've got all the old breaker panels. All this has been abandoned and bypassed. Both the county and myself have paid to have a new transformer put in and new meters, so that we're no longer on the old 3-phase. The power company didn't care to have that old 3-phase transformer running anymore. So I think this is an old furnace here in the furnace room. Obviously not been used for a long time. This must have been a diesel or a heating oil one. And there's some old gauges, outdoor air, return air, mixed air. Sorry, it is really dark in here. They never bothered to replumb any of the lights. Yeah, look at that. Kind of old ventilation stuff in here. Not even sure what that's for. I guess ventilation for the furnace. I've actually never been in this room or seen the furnace. It's interesting, the video that I did a while ago, that room didn't have a furnace that I noticed. And then engine-driven alternator control. This was part of the old generator system, I suppose. Here's a new modern panel that we put in when we put the new transformer in and got away from single phase. And this is I don't know what. Automatic load control. And this says Winco. I'm wondering if the county put this in place of like the big diesel generator that would have normally been here. I'm almost certain that this would be the old county generator. You can see where the diesel one plugged in here and vented out there. I'm pretty certain, yeah, that's propane piping going out. So this, I guess, would have been the county's old 901 generator before they put the new little Generac in outside. So the county must have removed the old diesel generator that was so commonly found in these. Anyway, there's your, oh look, somebody left a lawnmower here. There's your little tour of the inside. Not much to see. Oh, here, what do we got here? Electric heating coil contractor. Fan motor, federal condenser breaker, auxiliary control department. Anyway, so not too much to see inside the old building. I tell you what, the walls are seem like they're about 2 foot thick. And at one point we knocked this door hinges off somehow. And I'm telling you, 2 men and a horse couldn't pick up that door. That thing is like, I don't know, 2 inches of solid steel. It is unbelievably heavy. So let's do a quick rundown of what we see on the tower here. So we've got right in the middle is a little AF11. That's ours, about a 650 meg backhaul. Going out to a little micro pop that we have. And then we have a 4-foot dish there. That's going 21 miles over to Breezewood. We've got a 3-foot dish going 18 miles over to another little tower. It's also on an AF11, the radio waves one. And then that's our 3-foot dish going 13 miles over to Kenton Knob. This is the counties. Looks like they lost their radome this winter. That wasn't that way this winter when we were here earlier. And we've got a couple of horns. See those big thick looking feed lines feeding them. We have horrible issue with the ravens here. Pretty much anything Ethernet or tape or anything gets just destroyed in a matter of a very short time. And then that's another county backhaul. I think the counties are 6- and 5-foot dishes. So you can kind of see where the old horns were. 4 of them here. And some of the counties and amateur radios whips up there. So I think that pretty much does it as far as backhauls go. We'll try and walk around here. See what else we've got. So again, we use Aviat backhauls, 1.4 gig, 80 megahertz of 11 gigahertz. So we've got Win up there working on our switch. It's a real mess. So there's another either amateur radio or 911. I'm not sure which. So we've got our switch there. 2 more horns. We don't have just a ton of equipment on this site. It's pretty rural. It actually served as a fairly critical relay site for us to get to some of our far south towers. So it was kind of one of the few options to meet in the middle. Take a look here. What we got here? Okay, so there you can see the backside of our 3-foot dish. And the Aviat radio, 13-mile link, and then we've got a dedicated point-to-point going to a business as well as another RF Elements horn, and just another view of you can see the back sides of our Aviat, our 2 AF11s, and Win up there working. So yeah, this used to have 4 horns. I think 4 or 5 years ago, we brought a big crane in here. We lifted them down. I think they said around a ton a piece, maybe, for those horns. I think they're 22 feet in height. They're a beast. It was no joke getting them down. For the longest time, the county just had them sitting here. I was going to include them on the video, but I see this winter they came and cleaned them up. I'll have to see if I can find some pictures to put in as a thumbnail or something. But nonetheless, this is your inside-outside tour of the former AT&T long line site known as Chaneysville. So no speed testing this time other than the internal one. None of the cell carriers have any cell coverage here. Total dead zone, so kind of pointless to do any speed testing. But nonetheless, happy speed testing, and stay safe out there. Alright, we are back up here. I decided to come up and show you a view from the top. So there's the roof. You can see it's pretty dilapidated. There's a big hole in it. Anyway, we got a 6-foot dish here. And you can tell we're pretty much just in the middle of nowhere here. Just mountains as far as the eye can see, pretty much. looking down toward Maryland. And then we've got what they call the Beans Cove Valley down in there. One of the few that we have customers in. And up above us here we have where all the horns came out. So anyway, there you got a little view from the top.